I married him because of religion, nothing else. For me, it's a mixed feeling because I never thought going into marriage, it's going to end today. And it was never my making. I really tried to build my home, hold my home. But it's unfortunate that, like they say, it takes two to tango. This is a very perfect opportunity for me to clear my name because they spared my name. They've tarnished my image over the last 3 years. Now, it might interest you to know that I endured bigamy for 2 years. I endured adultery for over 9 years. Under the same roof we were, he got married to somebody from his tribe, and everybody expected me to stay. In fact, I endured in the house for 2 solid years. This man never ate my food. For 2 solid years, we never lay on the same bed. But I would get up in the morning and still brace up. And it got to a point I said this was becoming too much. And I want to interest you is this. The whole family teamed up with him, went to the east, got an Igbo woman for him. As I speak to you, they have 2 children together. And I said, I cannot continue. I have to go to the courts. In 2018, this man defrauded Intercontinental Distillers, makers of Chelsea and the other drinks. Without knowing what he did with the money, he was arrested. I was caught. As a matter of fact, the day he was about to be caught, I was in the hospital. I just gave birth to my daughter through CS. He came that evening and he said, people were running after him. They were chasing him. And I said, chasing you for what? He said he's going to call me to give me the information. I said, okay. He called me and told me that, oh, he has some things in his company. He's owing. I said, if you are owing your company, let's go and meet them and sort it out. It's something you can pay. He said he can't go alone. I took excuse for my doctor. That, can I go? Even with the stitches I had bandage with me. He said, yes, we drove there. Not knowing that the company, their office at that time was at Slope. They arranged 2 policemen on plain clothes. Immediately we got there, they handcuffed him. They took him to state command. It was later I got to know that he had defrauded the company 44 million naira, that I didn't know what he did with the money. For the name not to tarnish, because my name at the time was Imbere, I said, I told the company I was going to pay. Before I could raise the money, they remanded him to Oko. I still raised the money, signed undertaking that I was going to pay the money. The company went to his warehouse and they removed all the goods that were there. They were able to recover 20 million naira from the goods. I paid 21,500,000 naira. They brought this guy from Oko. He was at home, he's not literate. I married him because of religion, nothing else. I said, what do you do now? The burden is too much for me to be caring for you, caring for your mother, your father, and my children. He said he doesn't know what else to do. That the only thing he can do now is to go to business. And this same company, still, sir, please, you have to stay with me. And this same company said they cannot allow him to be distributor anymore because he has defrauded them. I said, okay, you know what you are going to do? Go to forestry. Go and meet those Igbo guys and ask them how they go about boutique business. He went there, he lands. I followed him to Onitsha market where we bought our first goods, 7 million. And then we continued like that. Do you know the shocking thing? Those same goods we bought were the same thing he was giving to his concubine and his girlfriends. Several times I caught him. Now, before we got married, I had a landed property. I bought in my father's name. One day, he told me that the father said he wants to come and check where we are developing this property, that he wants to just see the environment. I said, okay, you can come. We went there. Immediately, father got there. I never knew it was a plan for me to discontinue that project. Immediately, father got there. The father said, my daughter, you people cannot stay here. You see this tree that I'm seeing behind? Bad people used to use it at night. If you people build this house here, you cannot stay. And I told this useless husband of mine, I said, what do we do? He said we should sell the property. My ex-husband, that we should sell the property and buy plot elsewhere. I said, okay. I was in a maternity leave when I told him, we have a child now. We cannot continue to be raising children in a rented apartment. What do we do? He said, we can get a land in Iowa. I said, how much? He said, around 300 or 350. 2016, I gave him that money cash. He went, he bought the property. After some days, he came back and gave me the documents. The documents were in his name. And I said, how come you now go raise this thing in your name in Pidgin? He said, am I not your husband? Are we going to separate? Not knowing that they already planned this thing from Genesis, that this person is influential, you can make money through her. Thereafter, you dump her and go and marry from our place. That was the reason the father encouraged me to discontinue that project. Do you not know the shocking thing? When we came to this court, I told the court the honest truth. I said it's my property I bought, but I bought in my husband's name. Initially, he said it was his property. Later, he amended his petition, brought his mother with walkie stick to this court one. And the mother said, my house that I built from scratch, that is her own property, not even the son. And people told me, they brought all manner of forged documents. And people told me, you said go and forge documents. So I said, no. I have a Bible-trained conscience. I will not go that route with them. If they came here with forged documents to claim the property, whatever the court says, so be it. So I didn't go the same route with them. I didn't forge any documents. Today, the house I bought, the house I built, because they are in his name, the court gave it to him that I couldn't prove it. The court has said it. But for me, Jehovah, the God I serve, is a righteous judge. He's the one that will see to everything that has happened in this matrimony that I tried to keep for these years.
The more she kept going, the more worse kept sounding. And I am truly sorry about her experiences and her ordeal in marriage. When she said, God is a righteous judge, I was expecting that she would say, okay, they gave her the properties back. But we can see now that the court does not act based on your emotions or where you are standing or your personal belief system. The court does not do that. The court judges based on the evidence on ground. And if that evidence can be proved beyond reasonable doubt. Actually, people believe in God for different reasons best known to them. But we have to understand that sometimes people use the fact that you believe in a God to hurt you. They know that you fear God. They know that you love God. They know that you believe in a God, and they will use that to your own detriment. They know that you will stay quiet. They know that you will forgive. They know that you will even leave everything to God instead of standing up for yourself. And they will use that against you over and over again. You can believe that God is an all-righteous judge and still learn how to protect yourself. You can still learn how to speak up for yourself and even use the law when necessary. Because being a good person or a God-fearing person should not make you be an easy target.